Good morning, everyone. We'll get started in just a minute. Still boiling my egg. So if you'll hang tight, we'll get started in just a minute or so. All right, good morning, everyone. So we're gonna go live on, excuse me, on Instagram. So give me just a second and we'll get started. How's my hair? All right, well, welcome everyone to Friday Morning Fuel. I'm Coach Danny, Wellness Coordinator for Exos. And this morning on Friday Morning Fuel, we're gonna be prepping an avocado toast. So I had to wear my apron. I heart healthy fats. All right, so avocado toast, right? It's the kind of like the new popular breakfast. I think millennials get poked fun at for liking avocado toast, but I will admit it's not necessarily my like go-to breakfast item for a well-balanced breakfast, because if we prep it the quick way, it ends up just being a very carb and fat heavy breakfast item without addressing our other pillars of nutrition. So for those of you that have been with us for a while, we like to talk about our 4 pillars: fuel, build, protect, and prevent. So with just plain avocado toast, you have your fuel and you have a lot of prevent, but we don't necessarily address the build, the protein, and the protect or prevent the the last one, prevent. Those 2 P's always get me at the end. So I want to talk to you about how do we create a more well-balanced avocado toast breakfast. And so we have to talk about how do we increase our protein content, and then throw in some other antioxidants in there for that prevent portion, to create a little bit more balanced, right? So I'm gonna turn on my stove here. I don't have a toaster, so if you have a toaster, obviously toast your bread there, toast your toast there. I'm just gonna kind of toast mine a little bit on the skillet. So while that heats up for a quick minute, I'm going to take my avocado here. I'm gonna split it in half. So we know that a serving of avocado is 1/4 of the avocado. And that can depend on, of course, the size of your avocado. There's a little bit tiny, smaller ones. Sometimes maybe half of that is a serving size, but generally for the like Hass avocados, dicing it in half and then halving this part is a serving of avocado. So I'm actually going to be making 2 serving sizes this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and scoop the whole half into my bowl, and then we'll mash it up. So with your avocado mash, this is where I encourage you each week to make it your own, get creative. So today I'm going to be using a little bit of sea salt, red pepper flakes, and then at the end I'm going to sprinkle some everything seasoning on top. So just a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of red pepper flakes. Other things you can add in there like cilantro, lime, kind of depending on what you're in the mood for that day for your avocado toast. So I'm going to smash this up. So some other ways to make your avocado toast a little more protein balanced. you can make this a little more creamier with some like Greek yogurt. You can also supplement. So this is a great example of where supplements come in handy. You can add in maybe some, I'm gonna leave that open so I don't over toast my bread. Lost my train of thought there. What was I saying? Oh, supplements. So this is where supplements can come in handy for you. And you can add in maybe some collagen powder into your avocado toast. I'm going to be topping mine with some egg whites, so I'm not going to be adding in anything extra. So I don't know if any of you have any other avocado toast secrets, but please feel free to share those. Alright, so our avocado, nice and smashed. So we're going to set that aside for just a second while our bread over here is a little toasted and heated. We're going to get our egg whites. So I don't know if anyone has like any secrets to boiling an egg, but I just boil mine for like about 9 to 10 minutes, and then I will peel it. This is often the hardest part for me, so hopefully it comes out well while I'm demoing it. Alright, I'm going to set this over here. It's running out pretty well. So what I'll do is I'm going to cut the egg in half, and then I'm going to scoop out the egg yolk. And why is that? Because we are already adding in a good amount of healthy fats from the avocado. So my goal here is just to create some balance, right? Sometimes with nutrition, it's a little like give and take, depending on, you know, what is your goal for that meal, right? Our goal for today is to have some avocado toast, right? To enjoy that breakfast item that maybe isn't enjoyed every single day, but from time to time. And so I'm gonna scoop out some of I scooped out the yolk, the middle of the egg, and I'm just going to use the egg white, so we'll set that aside for now. Okay, so I wanted to share a little story with you all. Hopefully it can like resonate with maybe your own health journey or anything that you're working on. Is this word should? What should you do? I should do this. It should be like this, or it shouldn't be like this. I'm not where I should be, right? We have all used the word should in reference to what we think, like where we think we need to be or what we think we need to be doing. So actually yesterday when I was preparing the recipe for today, I was having a hard time thinking through, well, how do I really make this avocado toast breakfast more well balanced, right? And I was kind of going through all of these ideas, and I realized like, well, we don't have Greek yogurt. I mean, we have coconut yogurt, but we don't have like a high protein Greek yogurt. You know, I don't always want to rely on supplements to add protein to my breakfast. So I was getting frustrated on how I can like make one breakfast item more high protein. And so Matt reminded me, it's like, you know, why don't we do like a yogurt on the side, right? And maybe we can, like if you do Greek yogurt with some berries, there is another way to increase your protein content for your breakfast, right? It doesn't always have to be in one bowl or one plate. So I know with Friday Morning Fuels, typically I've always made like smoothies or like a bowl of some sort that's like one item. And so I've gotten just used to that of like, it should be just one item, but it doesn't have to be that way. It can be 2 items and you can still create a very well-balanced breakfast even if it's not on one plate, right? So I think this idea of should keeps us stuck of really expanding and thinking outside the box a little bit. And that was just a very recent, literally yesterday, more recent example of how things should be and how the idea of should keeps us from expanding our thought process or thinking of different solutions, right? We think like, I should be losing weight faster, or I should be able to get up in the mornings and exercise. Those thoughts really, if we think about it, are us saying something about ourselves, right? We take those shoulds to mean something about us personally, right? And we think like, oh, this, like just to, for example, use my example from yesterday, I'm thinking like this breakfast should be like a 1-plate thing. Why is this so hard? And really what I'm saying to myself is, Danielle, why are you not creative enough? Why aren't you smart enough to think of something else, right? And while yes, that sounds mean, and you're probably thinking like, Danielle, why would you say that to yourself? How often do we like talk that way to ourselves, right? Even like the health coaches, fitness professionals, we're guilty of it too. We're people too. And we also struggle with those mindset situations of should and how things should be, that we get in our own way, right? And then we start having these negative conversations in our head about where I should be. Like, hey, I'm not where I thought I'd be. I'm not where I should be. And then you start making that mean something about yourself as a person, as an individual. Maybe I just can't do it, right? So I want to just point that out to you is that, sorry, my camera, okay, think it back. So I want to point that out to you that this word of should often limits us because it starts this negative self-talk in our head that only limits us even more. So I want you to, over the next few days, I just want to challenge you to catch yourself. This is hot. Don't try that at home. Don't grab it with your fingers. I want to challenge you to start thinking about where are you saying, where are you using the word should, and what are you making that mean about you as a person? And then ask yourself, is it true, right? Like yesterday, I was getting caught up in how breakfast should be. It should be on one plate. I should be able to think of something. No. And so I was thinking, well, Danielle, why aren't you smart enough to do this? And, is that true? No, that's not true. I am very smart. I was just getting in my own way of how I think things should be, right? So I want you to start to identify those times where you're getting in your own way of saying should, right? I should do this. I should be doing this. Stop shoulding yourself, right? We need to stop shoulding everything, and just allow your mind to think outside the box of a little bit. Allow yourself some space for creativity on how you approach your health goals, how you approach literally your job, how you do your job, how you approach your career path. Allow yourself space and stop shoulding everything. I know that sounds funny. I'm sure you're all laughing at me at the other end of the screen. But I think we often just get in our own ways of success. And something as simple as like, well, how do I make this breakfast more protein balanced? I was thinking like it should be one plate, but like it doesn't have to be one plate. It can be more than one plate. and I'll show you how. So on this one plate, we have our avocado toast. Sorry, I just topped it with the egg white so you can all see that. And I'm going to top it with a little bit of everything bagel seasoning. I don't know if anyone has tried this, but if you haven't, you're missing out. It's delicious. I got this, so we got this in from Aldi's. I initially tried it from Trader Joe's, I think. Whoops, a little bit too much. Okay, so that just adds a little more flavor. Okay, so onto the other half of our breakfast. We're gonna do a little bit of yogurt, and I'm going to add in just a little bit of protein supplement. So if you have Greek yogurt, I recommend using Greek yogurt for a high protein yogurt side to your breakfast. And if you don't, you can of course always just supplement here if you'd like. So gonna add in just a little bit of collagen. Sorry, I forgot to grab that beforehand, but just maybe half a little scoop in there. And again, we don't always want to rely on supplements. We want to look for those natural sources of protein where we can, but sometimes that's not always possible, especially if you have like any dietary restrictions. Those are when protein supplements can come in helpful. And then I'm going to just add in some berries here for my breakfast. Okay, so now we have created a more well-balanced avocado toast breakfast. So this is just an example of a way that you can upgrade your avocado toast. So add in some protein to your avocado toast, and then you can also include a side item. I've got some yogurt with a little added protein, and then berries for those antioxidants. And we now have a balanced, heart-healthy breakfast for us, just closing out February, which has been Heart Health Month, and we focused a lot on how, foods that are kind of higher in those like reds and purples are beneficial for our heart. Heart-healthy foods that are high in the like omega-3s, omega-6, those monosaturated fats that help to lower that low-density lipoprotein, the like bad cholesterol, right, the LDL. So those healthy fats help to lower the bad cholesterol and increase the good cholesterol that helps you. Avocados are also filled with a lot of fiber, and actually I found out that avocados have more potassium than bananas do. And what is potassium good for? It helps to maintain our body's electrical currents, which our heart depends on that, right? It promotes a healthy functioning heart and also helps to lower that blood pressure. So, all right, everyone. So thank you for joining me for my avocado toast demo. I'm going to take a bite. That's delicious. Always enjoy avocado toast. And if I can make it a little more balanced, even better. All right. So thank you again for joining me for Friday Morning Fuel this morning. And just the takeaway message from this morning, stop shitting yourself. All right. Start to check in with your mind and assess, where are you saying, I should be doing this, or this should have been done. I shouldn't do this. Just take like an inventory. Just start with an overview assessment of like, how often are you saying that to yourself, and are you making that mean something about yourself as a person? Okay, so check in, have a heart healthy breakfast, enjoy the last few days of February, and spring is coming, so we will see you next week. Coach Emma will be on Friday Morning Fuel next Friday So be sure to join her next Friday at 9 a.m. All right.